Hi guys, my name is Benjamin Breaker Novotny. I am superficially speaking nothing more than a caster for the ASL, which, relatively speaking, is not as big as some other events like the NASL. Um, but I decided to give you guys my own 2 cents on basically the esports industry, its regulation, and things of that nature. I had just gotten done looking at the thread where Stefano was basically called out for by EG and suspended for a short period of time for announcing what he did about sexually assaulting a 14-year-old, even though it was already a joke. He had posted on October 6th that it was a joke, nothing to be serious about, and I can't help but wonder, were there some stupid trolls that were emailing his sponsors saying things about this? And of course, I myself want a career in the esports industry as well, but the thing is, we have to be able to um, really what what's the word gauge what's going on, and are think to ourselves, are we being serious, or is this just some kind of, I want to say, 14-year-old, some group of, say, 2014-year-old Terran and Protoss players that are sending emails to Stefano's sponsors and things of that nature? I mean, that's really a rhetorical question to say the least. Um, Personally, I can't really say whether or not I care too much about like Stefano saying that. It was obviously a joke, but I myself want to get a job and was offered a job in the esports industry myself. And the thing is, we have to look at who we are sponsoring sometimes as players. And the thing is, if you are something that deviant, especially say sexually deviant, where you're regularly committing things like prostitution or say really abusing 14-year-olds, or say, let me think here, I don't know, committing prostitution every night, for instance. Like, that does not look good on sponsors. Almost regardless of how good your winning record is. I mean, I'm not trying to say Stefano, as a good player, should be exempt from any rules or anything of that nature. I mean, he did sign an $8,000 monthly deal with EG, if I was not mistaken. But at the same time, we have to be able to look through what is apparently BS and what is not. I'm going to try and keep this as brief as possible because I've already gotten 2 minutes into this video. Alright, in the beginning we had games, then we had Congress stepping in and saying we cannot do this or that in games or things like that, and that basically resulted in the ESRB. If Congress did not directly try to, what's the word, control the gaming industry, then we would not have the ESRB today like we do. Same thing goes for esports. Like, if we don't do something to control it ourselves, Congress will inevitably do something to control it themselves. Like, it could revert everything back to, say, a puritanic state. It's all right to have jokes here and there. It's interesting to see some, kind of sexist jokes here and there, like, say, what's his face? Jeff was co-casting alongside a guy at the first Asus ROG tournament, and he was making some sexist comments about his own mother. And I just thought that was a little interesting that it was actually allowed to fly on the air with maybe 20 or 50,000 viewers. And I was just a little surprised that we didn't see anyone randomly messaging Asus, the sponsors of the event, about it. And maybe they were somewhere in the background, but nobody really brought up anything about it, at least never to my attention or anything of that nature. Anywho, let's just drop that and move on. The thing is, I feel like, I really hate to say it, but we have to do something to control the esports industry as a whole. And while I do support Destiny making a statement about not giving off a fake personality, or not giving off this bullshit personality that makes everybody try to like you, at the same time, you have to try and do something to keep the peace. Destiny himself, he's been, I think, either kicked or left maybe 2 or 3 or more teams. But the thing is, I myself like him as a player. I like watching his stream. I like all of those things about him. Like, he's pretty funny. That's why everybody watches him. But the thing is, if we don't do something to regulate the industry, like, inevitably it's going to have ordinary people pouring into it and trying to do something about it, like they are right now with emailing sponsors of teams like Destiny, or say, I don't know who else. Orb, for instance. But the thing is, I just, I'm not here to defend anyone. I'm just here to say this is what we have to expect now. I hate to say it, but like this is the verge of the new esports industry dawn. We have to be aware of the people that will not, be entirely open-minded and welcoming of what's going on. That being said, we need to push for regulation within esports by ourselves with the players involved. And I think this is why I'm willing to support just a little bit what happened to Destiny, but at the same time with what happened to him in his personal life, not quite so much. And not, I mean, like that's basically what led to him being kicked from Root, like what happened to it in his personal life. But that's a completely different story. If there's anything else I need to touch up on, I think I'll probably come back to it on another YouTube video. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna go eat lunch.